the A1R Psychic Radio Facebook page, like the actual live stream video that is on right now, and then inbox them privately and let them know that you want to connect with me, and they will link you right through so we can have a nice live chit chat. And what I can do today for you guys, since we're going to be talking about colour therapy, is these beautiful colour cards that I do have and I use. So we can all get some free readings on that, which will be really, really exciting. And yes, let's just start talking about colours. It's a subject that I can talk forever because there is so many layers to colours. You know, as you all know, each one of you out there is connected to a colour or likes a colour. You know, I don't think I've ever met anyone in the last 17 years I've been doing this and I've been more aware of colour healing. I don't think I've ever met anyone who said to me, I don't like any colours. You know, everyone is connected to a colour, two or more, and of course we do have some colours that we don't like, which that's another area that we can endeavour another time, because there's a reason why on a subconscious level why we don't actually like colours, which is really, really interesting. Something that I discovered for myself about 17 years ago. But for now, I'm going to put that aside and I'm just going to roll with some of the information that I would love to share with you guys today. Like I said, if we talk about colours, we can put it on top of an umbrella. Underneath that, we can dissect it in so many ways. But one of the subjects that I want to share with you today, it would be how to use colours to actually protect yourself, to shield your energy, to pretty much release energy as well when you want to release a negative emotion, or how to activate it so that you can actually manifest something that is more positive. And colours can do that for you. It's fascinating. It's so interesting to know. I discovered that colours have always been used for that, particularly in the ancient times. And some of the knowledge that we can actually look at goes back as far as the Egyptian times. They were the first ones that where we can see written knowledge that they have actually used that to improve themselves as a colony, you know, as a nation. And on an individual level as well, they used to, believe it or not, they used to even dream colours, because you can do so many things with colours. So one of the fascinating things when I discovered, I'm going, how can you dream colours? So what they used to do, and some people are still doing it this day, is you actually put some water in a bottle, and if the glass bottle is actually coloured, and they put it in the sun, or they used to put it in the sun for just like not too long. It depends if it was a really hot day, very summer day, or if it was more of a mild kind of a sunny day. And so you leave it there, and what happens is the sun re-energizes that water, and it actually pushes the vibration of that particular colour right into the water, and you can drink it afterwards. And you can drink a little bit, or you can drink a little bit more. It depends on what you were going through physically or emotionally and even spiritually. And so they were doing that already then, which is fascinating. I have found out that there's some people out there now that are still doing it. I have done it a few times, where you can actually, now we're lucky enough where colours are so in fashion, you can actually buy those beautiful colourful bottles anywhere, and you can actually put it out there and use it to help yourself. Another thing that you can do is also you can actually breathe colours, and I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but what it means is some of you out there that perhaps likes to meditate or wants to try something different, is just as we naturally breathe in and breathe out, it allows you to actually concentrate on the technique of breathing, or the natural cycle of breathing, and actually visualise a colour. You can close your eyes for it. Some of us are more visual than others. You can close your eyes and you can sort of visualise a colour. And sometimes you can let that colour come to you. You just close your eyes and you put a question out there and just ask, what is the colour that I need today? And you'll be surprised, that colour will just go boop, and it'll pop up right in front of you. And you can just work naturally that way with that process. And what you do is, as you breathe in, you kind of visualise, you know, that colour coming through. You're breathing in, you're filling up your lungs, and then you breathe it out. And when we breathe it out, it's almost like this cleansing process that picks things up that it perhaps could be a little bit negative, maybe doesn't feel right, and it sort of scoops it, absorbs it, picks it up, and then it comes out through our nose, and we go, And that's a very simple process that it can be done within minutes. You know, the more you do it, the quicker and easier it becomes. And I suggest that to do it, you know, every morning, because it is nice to connect to something like that every day, because it just kind of, it gives us that spark to start the day, and it makes us feel really, really good. So that's one other way to sort of use colours. Then, as you know, you can also wear colours. We all kind of do it subconsciously. You know, most of us, we just feel really drawn to a particular colour, and sometimes it could go for a little while, and other times we'll skip from that colour to a different colour. And the interesting part of that is, and what I recommend you to do, is watch your emotions when you do that. I don't know if you like me. What I used to do before I sort of became more spiritual and more free with my thoughts and more free with my way of doing my things. When I was a manager, I used to work as a manager before I sort of started my business. And I used to put my clothes all ready the night before, all lining nice and clean on, you know, on my chair there, thinking that that's what I was going to wear the next day. And then, I don't know if you guys did the same thing I did. I'll wake up in the morning the next day and I'll look at those colours and I'll be going, nah, I don't want to wear that. That doesn't feel right. I am going to wear this instead. Whether I was going for something brighter or whether I was going for something darker, what that represented was that in the morning, once I woke up, depending if I had a good night of sleep or didn't have a good night of sleep, I was actually showing my emotion on that day. So if I felt really vibrant and I had a really good night of sleep, I would automatically go for something a little bit more uplifting in colours. And if I felt really tired for whatever reason, I was going for darker colours. So that was so fascinating when I was learning about colour therapy, how that allowed me to be more aware as how I was using colours. And that's pretty much how it works. So what I want to share with you today, because it's a short segment, I'm going to keep it kind of short, is how colours and what different colours are out there that can actually help us to protect ourselves and to motivate ourselves as well. And you can use them by some of the examples that I've already shared with you, where you can actually use them as clothing, you can use them as this breathing exercise. You know, we all know that to breathe deeper is good for us anyway, so why not adding some colour and make it all nice and sparkly. And again, you can actually use it in this bottle of water if you guys want to do that. And the other thing that I want to add that I just remembered is that you can actually use crystals as well. Some of you are very into crystals. I used to be as well. And it's easy to actually get a crystal that we get attracted to that has got a particular colour, and you can actually, that crystal, if it's a tumble stone, can be kept in the pocket, in your bag, or you can actually wear it as well. So you can have a little gem, or, you know, like a bracelet. Us women, we can sort of get away with more jewellery as earrings and things like that, but the options are endless. So don't stop from getting this colour healing, you know, like embrace it, and just the options, like I said, there are so many ways of doing it. So I actually challenge you to try it, and then let me know how you go. You know, reach out to me and see how you go with that. Now, let's start with the basic colour that most people already know about. Like, it's quite a popular colour, most people talk about this, and it's the white colour. Have you ever heard of somebody saying to you, oh, if you really want to protect your energy, visualise a white light. Either you visualise it as a beam of light, so shining from up above all the way down and showering yourself into this transparent, beautiful white light. Another way to do it is also into a bubble, where you can step into an actual bubble, and again, a transparent, beautiful, vibrant white colour, where you step into it and you feel very protected. It's like your safety space, where you can sort of activate it to protect yourself, and you're kind of saying, you know, I don't want people to be too close to me today because maybe I'm not feeling very well, or maybe my energies feel a little bit drained, so I've got to be more aware of my surroundings. And so that's another way to sort of do it. The white colour is really, really popular because, as like when you walk into a church, for example, we're surrounded by beautiful white candles, you know, and it automatically kind of feel like there's a beautiful feeling to it. You know, it takes you to a different place, and that's because white actually evokes angels' beings, or evokes beautiful beings from up there that are from a different from a different realm, that they can actually come and look after you. So that's why that color is the most popular one, because you can actually ask for protection, and at the same time you can actually feel your guides around you. And that's pretty much how it works. And that's why when you walk into our church, you get this beautiful feeling of feeling safe, cleansed and protected. As you know, white colour is very used in hospitals or anything that needs to look clinical, because it kind of gives you that really clean feeling. There is no imprints or dirt or of any shape or form. Everything looks very nice and clean, and you kind of already want to walk into something that is cleansed. So that's why you kind of use that colour. And it's very, very, very popular. So if you feel drawn to that colour, I definitely recommend you to use it. The other colour that is not mentioned that much, it's quite rare. I haven't heard anyone kind of mentioning it, and I have been using it for myself, so I kind of know that it does work, and I would love to share that with you. It's the black colour. And automatically, normally when I say black, people go, "Oh, Josie, no, what are you talking about? Black just doesn't feel right." But just hear me out. If you really want to protect your energy, because it's a colour that you would normally use when we're looking at our clothing. You women out there, we all done it, and a lot of the guys do it too. When we feel kind of not our best, we feel bloated, we feel a bit flat, emotionally flat or physically not at our best, the first colour we pick when we look at our wardrobe is black. We go for the black tights or the black top or the black jacket or, that black colour. We automatically assume that it makes us feel safe and almost like hidden. When you're not at your best, you don't want to sort of show off out there and talk to everybody. Sometimes we want to be part of the shadow. We just want to do what we need to do. We just got enough energy to do that, and we just kind of want to hide from everybody else. Don't look at me. I'm not ready today to discuss anything. So we kind of do that automatically with our clothing. It would make sense to actually use that black colour when it comes to protect ourselves. Do visualize it as transparent as possible. And if you're not very good at visualizing, because not everybody doesn't get that straight away, sometimes it's an art that you guys got to work on, just say it. Just say that I want to be in my own space and I want to be inside this bubble that protects me. I'm going to step into it and make sure that it is all like transparent, so it doesn't have to be totally black, and stay safe. It's your space, it's your little corner where you can sort of do your own little things. So black is not as bad as most people think. It keeps you safe for a little while you're re-energizing yourself. It keeps you in I kind of got to say, in that little corner where it's like there's pebbles everywhere and you puddle the pebbles and no one is going to bother you because you kind of puddle the group. So it's a lovely colour to actually use. I would love to hear from you if you are going to practice that. Let me know what you think, and it'll be awesome to share some information with you guys. Like I said, it worked for me, and I know it's something that we kind of do automatically. So really cool to sort of use that. The other colour that we can also use is, believe it or not, pink. Pink, it's an awesome colour to feel protected, particularly when there is gossiping going around or really nasty words that have been shared around about you, or bad intention from a group of people or just one person in particular, and you feel really mistreated by that. So by creating this gorgeous little pink bubble, you can actually feel really safe. But what I like about the pink is it keeps you guys at a heart level. It gives you that compassion that we need to have to sort of look above the gossiping. And I would love to sort of share this with you guys as well, that when you do that, because it has happened with me and I have practiced it, don't just visualize your own bubble. Send them love by visualizing them in a bubble as well, so that they can bring their energy down from the ego to the heart. Because sometimes, it does happen, where they get into gossiping or they get into whatever it is that they feel that it's negative and they're unhappy about. But when they bring the energy into their heart, they can snap out of it. They can go, oh, why did I do that? I'm going to stop, or something like that. And it kind of automatically happens with colours. Again, remember, if you're not comfortable doing the actual bubble, you can always wear clothing, pink undergarments if you don't want to wear pink as an actual top, jewellery, you can wear a crystal. And you can practice with the breathing and back into the actual bottle as well if you want to. So these are some of the little colours that you can actually use. There is a little bit more, and I would love to pass that on to you next week. But just as a little starter, I hope you enjoyed that, and feel free to connect with me through my Facebook page. It's Josie Curcio Inner Light Therapies, and inbox me privately if you've got any questions. I'll be more than happy to share the discussion with you guys, and let me know how you go if you do try it as well, so that we can discuss it next week. Every week I'm going to be sort of bringing different topics up and some of your perhaps questions or things that you want to share with me. So I would love that. The other way you can reach me as well is through my website, www.innerlighttherapies.com.au. So I'm gonna stop there now. I won't tease you anymore, and I will go right into the actual readings. Let's do some free readings. So I'm going to prepare myself. Let me get a pen. I've got my color therapy deck ready as well. And so let's see who we got. We've got Christy next. So I'm going to write this down. Christy, are you there, darling?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, hi, darling. Nice to connect with you. How can I help you?
Well, my first question is, I'm having some difficulties at work, and I'm just curious if it's going to work out or if I'm moving on to something new and bigger.
Okay, Christy, can I double check? Did you say work?
Work, yeah.
Yep, no problem. Yeah, no problem, darling. I can definitely do that for you. And if you don't mind, because I do numerology as well, and I do connect numerology with colours, can I have your birthday, like your date of birth?
12/22/74.
Sorry, 12?
December.
Or December. So 12 of 12, 1974. Is that correct?
22nd. The 22nd. I was a Christmas baby.
Oh, the 22nd of December. Okay, got it now. Oh, wow, look at your energies. I love your birthday because it pretty much tells me that you got a sensitivity to you as well. You're very sensitive. But at the same time, so I feel that you do have a very strong intuitive side to you. You kind of know things when you're at your best, but you also need to be very analytical. You need to have plans. You love to sort of know what's going on as well. So you've got both sides. You've got that spiritual side and you've got that analytical side as well. Am I correct in saying that?
You are absolutely correct.
Yes, I love it. And then I don't know how you feel about colour therapy because you got a double two as well. How do you feel about the colour orange?
Well, that is an interesting color. It wouldn't be my first pick.
No, yeah, and I'm not surprised. So all of that means is that you're going through a stage when we don't actually like a colour. There is an emotional not disconnection, but there's a little bit of a challenge there. And what it means is that because you've got that analytical mind and you're more of a planner, the orange instead wants you to be more of an adventurous human being. You know, don't plan so much, actually just jump into it more often, which scares you to do that, doesn't it? Like you prefer to have your plans first so that you know where it takes you next, instead of just jumping. Dive and not knowing where it's going to take you. Like limbo doesn't really suit you. It frightens you a little bit. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So that's what's going on, Christy. Okay, so that makes sense. So with colour therapy, the way it works, and choose any shades of orange, even though you've just told me that you wouldn't wear it. What I tell my clients...
I'm wearing rose quartz now, which when you were talking about pink, I'm like, I'm wearing my pink.
Good girl, because that's fantastic, because with the situation that you're going through at the moment with work, it will definitely help you to bring the energy into your heart, because your heart always knows what's best for you. It's your analytical mind that you've got here that kind of doubt sometimes situations. So you kind of get torn between this beautiful energy that you have, which is your soul and your heart energy, which is where you know where exactly where you should be going, because it really, even though you don't know where you end up, it kind of tells you, come on, Christy, we can do this. But then your analytical mind, Christy, goes, oh, no. What if I make a mistake? What if it's not right? What if there's other options? So you kind of get torn and you stay put instead of jumping. So the orange, keep on wearing the pink as a crystal, like, you know, hold the crystal, which is going to help you with bringing things back into the heart. So that energy will go there automatically. But with the orange, any shades of orange, Christy, do try to wear as undergarments or try to wear as a gem. You know, the orange crystals will be, if you're into crystals, it would be like a carnelian.
Yeah, I have that stone.
Yeah, so I would recommend you to, if you're into crystals and it's easier for you to do that, I would recommend you to have a beautiful carnelian, you know, into a tumble stone, or you can wear it as jewelry, a bracelet, because it's going to allow you to sort of create that future of yours, even though you might not know where you're going to end up. So you can actually follow that beautiful heart of yours that it's already screaming at you, because that's what I'm getting here. But you know what I'll do?